Too Hot to Handle promised us that by taking hookups off the table, real, long-lasting relationships could form between their cast members. But did this premise actually work? The Netflix hit premiered in April 2020, all the way back in the early days of the pandemic. And now that a considerable amount of time has passed, we should catch back up with the stars and see how things have changed ever since they departed the luxurious Punta Mita resort. Are any of them still together, or did their love fade out after the cameras left?
Well, what have we got to lose?
Harry Jowsey and Francesca Farrago seem to be one of the most promising couples to leave the show, considering how frequently they disobeyed the intimacy rules and lost the house the most amount of money. Even though they broke up once the season ended, the two eventually reconnected and began dating months afterward. At the time, their relationship appeared to be going smoothly. Harry even proposed to Francesca, albeit awkwardly over Zoom with a pop ring, during the virtual reunion in May 2020. But no matter how much fans hoped that the two might really last, their relationship continued on its tumultuous journey. On June 16, 2020, Francesca uploaded a YouTube video declaring the end of their one-year relationship, claiming that he broke up with her because he couldn't keep doing long distance. She also alluded that he had cheated during the relationship. There were a lot of rumors that came up that turned out to be true, and I was getting a lot of screenshots and messages. I didn't want to believe it, Francesca stated toward the end of her 5-minute video. Harry objected to this and uploaded his own video online, saying that he's working to prioritize his mental health and that he simply lost the sparks he initially felt for her.
I'm not trying to throw shade, I'm being honest.
There is a reason why I had to end things with Francesca, because I was at a very dark point in my life where there was a lot of stuff going on around me, and she was off doing her own thing. They both moved on and started to see other people. Francesca was even in a relationship with fellow reality star Demi Sims for 4 months, but they ultimately called it quits in April of 2021. Later that month, Harry uploaded a sentimental TikTok memorializing old moments from him and Francesca's relationship. Francesca commented, "That's cute," to which Harry flirtatiously responded, "Hey stranger." Francesca then posted her own TikTok to the Dua Lipa levitating trend, implying that she was fine being single until her ex contacted her. Her ex most likely referring to Harry. So both of them publicly hinted at wanting to get back together again. For now, Francesca and Harry are both single, but this could, and probably will, change at any minute. Unfortunately, Harry and Francesca are not the only too-hot-to-handle couple whose relationship unraveled following the show's taping. Actually, none of the romantic relationships formed during the season ended up lasting at all. Maybe distance had something to do with all of their breakups. Given that the show came out in spring 2020, everyone had to quarantine and remain physically apart while it premiered on Netflix. Sharron Townsend and Rhonda Paul, who probably had one of the healthiest and emotionally strong relationships out of everyone else, initially talked every day after the show aired. They claimed to be in a weird place between friends and a real couple. Sharron called Rhonda one of the greatest things that ever happened to him, and a gem in his life. But he lived in New Jersey near his family, and she lived in Atlanta with her son. Because of COVID, they had to cancel their plans to finally meet up in person and take things offline. By the time the reunion premiered in May 2020, their romance had fizzled out, and the two revealed that they were just friends. Rhonda started crying during the premiere, so clearly there were some feelings involved with the situation. In the interviews he's given since the show aired, Sharron admitted that he was open to starting a romantic relationship with Rhonda again. He told Oprah magazine, "Hopefully there's still a chance that we can make something work. I got a lot of love for her." According to those statements, we still have hope for Rhonda and Sharron to one day make it as an official couple in the future. As for David Birtwistle and Lydia Klima, they had a fun chemistry on the show, ever since Lydia arrived on episode 6. But they also revealed that they are just friends for right now as well. Chloe Veach and Bryce Hirschberg were briefly romantically involved on screen, but Bryce found that he had a stronger connection with Chloe's good friend Nicole O'Brien days after the show ended, which Chloe was all for. Bryce and Nicole were an item for about a year, before they mutually decided to break up in May 2020, only 1 month after going public with their romance. They referenced the current world situation as a major factor for why. After the many failed attempts to reunite due to quarantine and border restrictions, we decided that moving on and remaining friends would be our best option for the time, Bryce told People. As for Chloe, the bubbly fan favorite, she doesn't think she's had that much luck in the dating department. But she's working on herself and taking the lessons that she's learned from Too Hot to Handle into future relationships, making sure that her time there was not a total waste. She's grateful for the show and calls it a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Even if no one found a long-term relationship, the contestants still walked away with money, friendships, and most importantly, attention. Too Hot to Handle was the first, but ultimately not the last reality TV show that most of the cast will likely experience. With its immense popularity, the Netflix hit can easily serve as a launching point for further career prospects. Their unique celibate reality TV experience also bonded the cast together. According to Rhonda, they are all in a group chat without Francesca and Haley, so most of them keep in contact. Haley has been busy with school at University of North Florida and is no longer on speaking terms with Francesca. In March 2021, Haley posted a statement on her Instagram story that said, "Would you stay friends with someone who laughs at you for how much money you make, makes fun of people for their looks, and doesn't care about you or anyone unless it benefits themselves? I wouldn't, and that's why me and Francesca aren't friends anymore." All we can say to that is, yikes. Maybe their falling out is for the best. Chloe was on season 2 of The Circle, another popular Netflix reality series. She occasionally talks to David and Bryce. Harry, who looks to be the most successful out of the bunch, is on Match Me If You Can, a new MTV reality show that premiered in April, about finding your perfect match among other reality TV veterans. He has been linked to social media stargirls Larsa Pippen, Tana Mongeau, and Julia Rose, and finds himself frequently paparazzi'd whenever he's out and about in LA. Fans are eager for another round of Too Hot to Handle, which has reportedly been renewed for 2 more seasons. Both seasons have been filmed under COVID-19 production safety precautions in the islands of Turks and Caicos, in an equally luxurious beach villa to its season 1 Mexican counterpart. Everyone had to be casted online, and a producer told People that to switch things up, the pricing for any hanky-panky might change. There is also a growing theory that Chloe might make an appearance on season 2. In a Where Are They Now recap released on YouTube for castmates of The Circle, Chloe hinted at an upcoming project.
You could be seeing me on your screens a lot sooner than you think.
We would love to see her again as a castmate, or even as a new host of the show, maybe replacing Lana.
Sorry, Lana.
Season 2 is set to be released on Netflix in June 2021. After the end of the 2nd season of The Circle, an episode is expected to premiere each week instead of the entire season being released at once. We can't wait to see the sun-fueled, head-turning shenanigans come back to our screens. Where do you think the cast of Too Hot to Handle will go from here? Do you think their 15 minutes of fame has already come and gone, or are they going to turn into even bigger stars? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video if you want to stay up to date on the latest reality TV news, and we'll see you next time on The Things Reality.